There's quite a number of people who come to see me because of hip pain or tight hip joints. And I can help most of them. Not all of them, of course, but most of them. And I want to show you some of the homework I give to most of them. For this, I will ask my client to lie down on my table, flat on their backs, and then squeeze both buttocks here. Just squeeze the muscle of the buttocks and you will see the whole hip raises upwards, the whole pelvis raises upwards, and then release again. And squeeze it and release again, squeeze it and release again. And you will see some movement in the legs, that's good. If there's no movement in the legs, that's not so good, but if there's a movement, it's quite good. And I will judge by the power, or even if they're able to do this. Okay, this is the first step, just to see if they can do it or they cannot do it. If they can't do it, that's already a bad sign. Then I will ask them to just squeeze the left buttocks. Left side a couple of times and then the right side a couple of times. So they need to be able to do the sides separately. Usually, I've never seen anything else, but so I say usually. There might be exceptions, but I've never encountered an exception. For example, when somebody has a hip pain in the right hip or had a hip replacement already because the hip joint was worn out, then the buttocks on the right side, they don't work as good as on the left side, and vice versa. If the left hip joint is painful, then the buttocks, the muscles here, gluteus maximus, will not be working as well. So the client will feel a large difference between those two sides. So of course I will address this with Feldenkrais, but I will also give them some rather simple fitness exercises to work with the gluteus, with the buttock muscles. And one of these exercises is the hip raise, which works like this. You get the feet to standing, and then just lift the pelvis, and lift it a bit up. So some people, they will get cramps immediately in the legs. That's not a good sign. Might not drink enough water, might not have enough magnesium. It's like bananas, where's magnesium? Tomatoes or supplements. Might be something else. Might be some spasticity or some movement patterns that are not very well. So go slowly, carefully, just carefully raise the hip a little bit and come down again and raise the hip and squeeze the buttocks when you come up, but don't go into a hollow back. You have to keep good core control, good core stiffness, core stiffness, here this part, stiff, raise the hip, squeeze the buttocks, to lift the pelvis. That's the exercise. That's called a hip raise. Don't go like this, but this must be like really straight, good form, and come back down again. So the surface must be rather hard, firm to do this. And then do this a couple of times in the morning, a couple of times in the evening. And then I know a nice variation on this hip raise. So when you come up with one side first, and then let the other side follow up, and then come down on the first side first, and then on the other side down again. So one thing is to lift both hips at the same time, and the other one is raise first one side, come up on the other, raise, come down one, come down on the other, or the other way around. Come left first, right second, left first, right second. One more variation would be to come up, keep them up, keep the buttocks twist, have good form here, and then just let go of, there's some power required in the leg too, and then just come down on with one hip joint and come back up again. Or on the other side, come down and come back up again. Come down and come back up again. So that's a couple of variations, and I show you one more exercise. So for this second exercise, which is also a hip raise, you need some kind of elevated surface like the border of your bed or maybe in the bathroom. Something you can lean on against, like some bench or something. And then that's a hip raise again. You have your feet on the ground, your shoulders on the elevated surface, and then you just raise your hips and come up and then come down again. Looks funny, but it's to work the glutes. Come up. And you should feel your glutes, that you squeeze your buttocks, have here again, stability of the core, abdominal bracing, don't hollow your back, but have a straight back and then come back down again. If you cannot feel your glutes, you can think of like pushing your feet away from the table or away from your upper body. Just come up and come down again. Come up and come down again. Do this a couple of times a day. And that's two of the exercises that really help with hip pain. And of course my Feldenkrais exercises. I have a whole playlist of videos. I will link it. If you have hip pain, have a look at those. So if you like this video, please like the video. If you have questions or comments, please leave the comments below. Or if you know anything I didn't mention, comment below and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.